What's up, everybody? How are we doing today? We have a deck profile for you guys of a deck that I said I was done with and not going to do anymore. I initially planned on bringing Cyber Shaddolls to locals today, but we'll say I had some inspiration on a whim. I decided to try something. I took the Cyber Scrap Orcust build, changed a couple cards to my liking, and went with a different end board that, in my opinion, I really feel is stronger, and we will get to that here in a little bit. The deck was super consistent, playing a lot of extenders. Quick thing, if had a lot of people asking about this playmat. If you're interested, I will have a link down below for who you can contact for it. Sadly, I cannot just give you guys the image for it because that's just not how it works. Click the link, talk to him, and he will hook you up with this work of art. Without further ado, we have the deck profile. 3 Cyber Dragons. A lot of my builds lately, you may have noticed only playing one of the card, and that's because there's 2 on the mat. But for this one, we are actually going to run 3 Cyber Dragons. Very combo oriented. Core Dupe Extender is one of our power hands, going back to that. Even just Core and Dupe, I'll show that combo, which you can replace the dupe like Core Soldier Hurts, Core Soldier Overflow, anything like that. Like you can mix up this core, or not the core, but the soldier and the herds with emergency repair plans, instant fusion, different things like that. So we'll get into it. 3 core because, well, it's the best card in the deck. We're searching out any of our cards to kick off our combos and do our plays. 3 hurts. I don't like the builds that are playing just the 2 because with Core Dupe Extender, you're looking at 2, mostly 3 card combos. So why would you cut an extender when you need bigger card combos like that? 2 Naxters. I am dead serious on us playing a lot of extenders because we want to be able to combo all the time. I only had one hand that I kind of halfway bricked on, and it was because of an OG Cyber Dragon and machine duplication, but we're not going to go into that for this video. Staying positive, we 2-0'd a Shaddol deck round 1, then round 2 we 2-0'd Heroes. Round 3 I was not able to out Mystic Mine. I mean, when I did negate it with Infinity, he demised the land and got out another one, so I was not able to see any of my twisters that I sided or my overflows, and I was not able to out his Mystic Mine. Round 4 then we played against Gren Maju deck, who was actually running some Thunder Dragons with some neat interactions, but we 2-0'd him also. So other than Mystic Mine, and even in those games, we had the hands to be able to go off and combo. And like I said, the one game we did combo, and then he just was able to go to Mystic Mine twice, and I could not out it. 3 Nightmare, 2 Symbol Skeletons. I played 2 Scrap Recyclers today. I think Scrap Recycler and Golem is better because, well, Golem gets you the free extra body on board. I would play Golem, and I do plan on picking one up, but I was able to borrow a Scrap Recycler, so shoutouts to Brock and coming in clutch and having that for me today. 2 Scrap Recycler does work. If you happen to open Golem, there's a handful of times, well, twice I opened double Recycler, and I was able to combo still without needing the second one anyway. So you don't need them both to do a combo, and you can still play if you open it. So don't think if you open your Golem that you can't do your plays or do your things like that. Like, it's just not true. You can. The deck is crazy in the way it adapts and just forms. Started with 2 wands, did not like 2 wands, so we went to 1 wand. 1 Orochi. I don't, for my combo, I don't actually use it, but it's nice when you see it in your hand opening or when you see it earlier on. Really good card. I definitely would not cut it. 3 Cyber Emergencies. 2 Repair Plant. Again, we want to see our extenders. We want to be able to make our board and see our plays. 1 Rev System, because if you happen to open Core Dupe Instant Fusion, search out your Rev System, and again, it's just another way into the full combo. And like I said, extenders, 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 consistency, and then win. 1 Cyberload Fusion, 3 Machine Duplication. So I'm actually really happy to be able to put these beauties back into the deck. Like I said, despite only breaking the one time, but it was okay. We ended up winning anyway. 3 machine duplication because you see dupe. If dupe resolves, you basically win. 1 foolish burial and orchestrated babble. I love the babble play. I go into babble way more than crescendo. I guess I would keep crescendo for the times when you want the negate instead. It didn't really come up much, but I did get card destruction the one time, and I was able to banish crescendo from my graveyard for a Orochi to save myself that turn. So it does have good interaction still, so I would still play the 1, but I had considered cutting it after today, but I am going to keep it. 2 overflow, because for some of the combos you pop overflow, search overflow, and still end with your overflow. Otherwise, just seeing it more often is always a good thing, so you don't have to search it out. You can search your extenders to keep your deck rolling, keep the consistency, and keep it good. 2 Mega Fleet, no Fortress. We side decked our Fortress and Jizukiru. I was not too worried about machine decks today, so we did not main deck it. I did not regret it either. Panzer Dragon for instant fusion, and then our Chimera Tech Rampage Dragon rounding out our fusion monsters. XCs, we have our Nova, Infinity, River Stormer, and dingirsu. Standard for this scrap Orcust builds. Links, 1 Almirage. I played Seeger. I am definitely going to cut this. I did not go into it at all today. The logic behind it was so many cyber cards going second. If I want to just do a cyber play, OTK, I have it. Never went into it, never needed to go into it, and I just feel like 2 Galatea would be better, so I will be making that switch. But today we ran 1 Galatea, 1 Scrap Wyvern, 1 Platinum Gadget, IP Masquerena, and then the card that absolutely ruined everybody today because it is so powerful, Mech Knight Crusadia Avramax. When you make it with IP Masquerena, it cannot be targeted by card effects, it cannot be destroyed by card effects, they cannot attack other monsters you control, and if it's attacked by if it's doing battle with a special summon monster, it gains that attack. The card is just absolutely insane. Gren Maju, I knew my Brock was going to be playing it, so I was definitely ready for it. I actually played against someone else running Gren Maju, not him, but I was ready regardless. I had Babel, Avramax with the dingirsu play in the graveyard, and I had my overflow set to pop 3 on top of everything, so I was definitely ready to say the least. So first we'll show the combo ending with our Infinity. Let's say we open Core, Dupe, and Extender. So we opened Core, Dupe, Extender. That's going to be a pretty common theme for a lot of the stuff we're going to get into here. With this hand, I'll show the 2 different ways you can do this, like I said. The other way, it's you only need 2 cards to do it, so we will only use 2 for it then. Being Core Dupe, otherwise say you had Core Emergency and Galaxy Soldier or something of that sort, you would still be able to go into your play. But so summon Core, and in this one we're going to search out our Repair Plant, Machine Dupe on our Core, special summoning 2 Cyber Dragons. After we summon our Cyber Dragons, we're going to overlay them into our River Stormer, detaching 1 Cyber Dragon to add Scrap Recycler to our hand, River Stormer and Core into our Platinum Gadget. Platinum Gadget can summon Scrap Recycler where you would like him. Scrap Recycler then sends your Orcust Nightmare to the graveyard. Repair Plant and Emergency, getting us our Soldier and our Hurts. Discard Hurts, special summon Soldier, chain links 1 and 2. I would then grab Cyber Dragon from the graveyard to keep your other machine dupes at least semi-live. So Soldier and Cyber Dragon. Pitch Cyber Dragon to summon our other Soldier. Overlay for our Nova. Detach to special summon Cyber Dragon. Overlay for Infinity. Don't forget to do this before going into your Orcust plays, because then you cannot do it because you're locked into dark monsters. Recycler and Cyber Dragon linking off into Scrap Wyvern. When it's summoned, you can summon a Scrap monster from your graveyard and then pop a card on that you control. Summon Scrap, pop Scrap, scrap card was destroyed, so you can pop a card you control and summon a scrap monster from your deck. So here we'd pop our Platinum Gadget, and now you would summon your Golem from the deck. And when Golem is summoned, well, not when it's summoned, but Golem can summon from your graveyard a scrap monster. So you summon your scrap recycler, and now your scrap recycler sends your World Wand to the graveyard, banishing your Orcust Nightmare to dump your Symbol Skeleton to the graveyard, banish World Wand to special summon our Orcust Nightmare. Now there's a handful of ways you can go about doing this, so I'll try to cover each of them real briefly. We're obviously going to use our Orcust and Scrap Recycler, going into our Galatea. So now you can Galatea return World Wand to the deck to get our Orchestrated Babble. So now we can, it's however you would like to do it here. You could go into like your dingirsu, then Golem and dingirsu into IP Masquerena, and either just save your symbol in grave, or you can then symbol to get your Galatea back out, IP and scrap into your avramax. I like to have avramax in my main zone, or just try to play around a potential mega fleet if I'm not sure what they're doing. So here I would banish my Symbol Skeleton to bring back our Orcust Nightmare. Golem and Nightmare then into our IP Masquerena. And now here again, if you would choose, you can go into your dingirsu if that's the route you want to take. With your symbol banished, it wouldn't be the worst option. So say you go dingirsu, attaching your symbol. Actually, that would be a horrible option. Don't listen to me, because then you can't go into your avramax. Okay, luckily we did not do that today. But here, then you would be able to go with your IP and your scrap into your avramax, and then just start chaining off all of your Orcust effects. Because of Babel, you can get you to your Crescendo. If you choose to play Orcust Return, you can go that route also. Being able to end like with avramax Infinity, avramax and Overflow with Babel and the whole Orcust Grave setup, it just proved to be too much for basically everybody at locals today. So it was really good, and I was really happy with how the deck performed as a whole. So let's say we open something of this sort. Let's say we opened Core, Soldier, and Overflow. I actually chose to do this play against Grand Maju anyway, despite being able to go for the Infinity play. Like I said, sometimes you're just going to know which play is better and what setup you would rather have. So summon your Core, search your emergency then to search our hurts, Galaxy Soldier ditching our hurts, searching out Galaxy Soldier and Cyber Dragon. Pitch Cyber Dragon to summon our Galaxy Soldier, then Galaxy Soldiers up here for our, finding our River Stormer, detaching one from our River Stormer to add Scrap Recycler to our hand, linking those two off for Platinum Gadget, special summon Scrap Recycler, send Orcust Nightmare to the graveyard, and then we can, hold on here, looking for cards, Graveyard Effect, tributing our Platinum Gadget to get to our River Stormer, Scrap Recycler and River Stormer into our Scrap Wyvern, who then can summon Scrap Recycler. Scrap Recycler gets popped, then you pop your Overflow, which searches Overflow, and now you would also go and summon your Golem from the deck, so you search out your Overflow again. Scrap Wyvern, or sorry, Scrap Golem effect to summon our Scrap Recycler. Recycler then dumps our, again looking for cards, our World Wand. So now we can banish our Nightmare from the graveyard to put our symbol skeleton into the graveyard. Banish World Wand to summon our Orcust Nightmare. And then continue the same combo basically as last time. Going into, say, if we want to go full setup, you can go with those two into our Galatea. Galatea, return World Wand for wherever we put it. A huge cluster of cards down here. Hopefully it wasn't that one. For our Babel. And now you can go into your IP Mask Arena with those two, and then you have your avramax, your grave setup, and your cybernetic overflow. Or, since we still have it, being able to, where are we at here? I'm not going to dig through the cards, but anyway, you get the point. Then you could go your 2 into your IP Mask Arena because you cannot use link monsters, remember. Sometimes you'll go into dingirsu. You just got to kind of play everything how you can. Then your opponent's turn, right away, you could return a, like, start popping off your effects. Banish, like, your symbol, summon, whatever. Return your symbol, set your crescendo. Obviously, you can't activate it this turn. And then you can IP and your Galatea into your avramax. And like avramax pop 3 it's just insane, especially when you can keep comboing off with your Babel. Depending on the other cards, sometimes you'll be summoning dingirsu on your opponent's turn, also as another form of disruption. The deck was just absolutely insane. So I hope you guys liked it. I'm actually going to be sticking with this build for a little bit and dabbling with Pure also because I like to go back to Pure once in a while, believe it or not. Like, subscribe, share. Combo build will be up later this week. Now that the meta's more so defined, we're going to start working on our hand trap versus the meta and other good videos for you guys. We have some more deck profiles planned, so make sure you tell your friends about us. Like, share, subscribe. Go check out the Cyber Shadal deck for the giveaway. Sorry that I did not play it at locals like the plan. I just kind of was feeling this and ran with it, and I do not regret it one bit because I was able to set up this board virtually every single game I played today, and it's just ridiculously strong. And then you can just go into all your Orcust plays and revive stuff as a follow-up. Like if I blow up their board and then do things like banish symbol, bring dingirsu back, and send banish nightmare to send our Orochi to the graveyard. So a lot of the time, by the time it came back to my turn, my board looked along the lines of like that, and my opponent's board looked like next to nothing. And that also happens to be 8,050 attack points. So it just pushed through and did so much and had so much grind and recovery. I absolutely loved it. Hope you guys like it and can't wait until next time.